Hey, it's Alex, and I've been putting some solid time into Rainbow Six Extraction. I have figured out some pretty useful gameplay mechanics and tactics that should help your squad survive a bit longer against the goop-obsessed cousins to the Zerg, the Archaeans. Let's go. Tip 1. One of the most volatile creatures that can all of a sudden ruin a run for you are the green jelly-filled bloaters and the red jelly-filled breachers. Or let's just call them what I just happened to name the folder for this part, Bomb Boys. I'm sure you or your friend Jeff have a bad habit of panic shooting these things when they're right in front of you, but there are many safer ways to delete Bomb Boys. Option 1. These dudes don't instantly blow up on you, they get close and then enter a primed state before so, where all you need to do is backpedal after that and you'll easily avoid blowing up or the toxic fumes. Option 2, once they get right up on you, just give them a nice little melee, which will send them reeling back and then explode on their own. You can also try to go for the pro player move of option 3 while doing this, which is killing them with a carefully placed head or lower body shot. If they're killed without damaging their jelly sacks, they will not explode or leave behind that annoying lingering poison. Then there's option 4, which is to perform a takedown on them by either sneaking up behind them or by using a stun grenade on them first. This will also make it so they don't detonate that nasty poison. And with that, you now only have yourself or Jeff to blame if you take damage from Bomb Boys ever again from here on out. Number 2. In some situations where you're desperately fleeing for your life, you want to be able to close doors while you pass through them to block off enemies that are following right behind you. Cue slow-mo demonstration. First, you'll need to stop sprinting before a door because you can't sprint and interact. Approach it more from the right-hand side where the panel is, and be preemptively holding down the interact button. Then slightly angle your view towards the right of the door as you pass through it to not cancel that interact. If you time this correctly, you can quickly pass through doors while closing them instead of doing that awkward stop 180 and then close the door. That's it. That was a tip about closing doors. This is what I do here. Number 3. Some of the highest damage dealing grenades in Extraction are not the ones that deal damage. Makes sense. If you see an upcoming objective like Biopsy or Hunt, try to make sure at least one teammate has the ability to stun, either with stun grenades or some operator's abilities that can stun. Stunned victims will kindly let you just run up to them, give them a nice back rub, and then they'll just kinda dip out of battle. The stun grenades might be one of the most versatile items in the entire game, in my opinion. Also, sometimes I feel like straight up Sam Fisher using these things. Just instead of taking down human militia goons, you're tactically eradicating crunchy aliens. Splinter Hell. I'd play that game. Number 4. The fancy flashlight thing on your guns lets you see enemies through thin surfaces. This also really highlights their weak points, somehow even more so than just seeing them straight in front of you. Using just a wall and a silenced weapon will sometimes let you quietly take down an entire area of baddies from the comfort of the other room. So get in the habit of visually scanning with your crosshair any of the walls you can shoot through, because there just might be a grumpy neighbor on the other side of it. Number 5. You will likely be getting yellow spores attached to your character quite often, which will detonate after a few seconds, obscuring your vision and slightly damaging you. Normally, you would need a teammate to smack them or shoot them off of you, but you can also remove these entirely yourself. Surprisingly, your own grenades don't damage you, so if you have something like a stun, glue, or explosive grenade on you, just throw one down at your feet to remove those spores yourself. You will know when you have spores on your own character when you see yellow fumes around the edges of your screen, and it will begin smoking right before the things explode. Try to calmly yell, "Spores!" at your teammates to get them off of you first, but if they're too far away, at least you now know how to deal with them yourself. Number 6. Since you cannot regain lost health during a run in Extraction, it's very important to find all the health packs hidden around the map to help you protect your base health value. Each one provides 65 temporary health, which ticks down 1 HP every 10 seconds, which is a huge boost to your survivability that can last for multiple areas. To easily know if you found all the health kits in the area yet, just open up your map, and down at the bottom, it lists every resource item left that you haven't gotten yet. Some are often hiding in the airlocks that connect the maps, so check in there as well. Also, consider leaving some behind in there if you or your teammates don't immediately need them, because pickups in the airlock can be used not only on the current map, but also into the next map as well. Number 7. Each main location you play in will have optional objectives to be working towards for bonus XP. However, any of the ones that require just kill X amount of a thing a specific way can be very easily done. Spores and the red spawning pods count as kills, so use that to your advantage. Each individual spore counts as one enemy killed, so here I knocked out 7 super quick kills in one simple grenade throw. Number 8. Some of the operator's abilities can be picked back up if not used, for example, mines that don't detonate or here with holograms. You only lose these if the enemy wails on them for a while and destroys them, so it's pretty easy just to plop them down and pick them back up for each major encounter. Don't just sit on abilities like this waiting for that perfect moment, use them whenever you can. Number 9. The Archeans love to spread their sprawl all over the maps like they're playing a hectic Splatoon match, and this stuff will slow you down when you walk through it or even poison you if it's the nasty green type. You can remove this stuff the good old-fashioned way by either shooting at the sludge or melee attacking it. If you're trying to quickly move through an area, consider shooting about 10 feet in front of you, or if you're defending a spot, try clearing out the area first so you and your team can move around freely. Number 10. If your operator goes all the way down and out and you fail the mission, you will lose some of your overall account XP and your operator will need to be rescued to use them again. However, if you fail the rescue attempt, that operator will lose character experience as well. Ouch. So when you're going on rescue attempt runs, I recommend bumping the threat level down to moderate to really make sure you can get them easily back. You'll be pretty bummed if you mess up and de-level an operator, so just play it safe for those. Number 11. To go back to the importance of finding the area's health packs, consider having the operator IQ in your party. They have an ability that allows them to see certain items hidden around the map, and even if it's barely visible, you can tag it to show what it is. Also, whenever you tag something in this game, it will stay there until you tag something else. So if you don't need a health kit at that very moment, tag it to save its location for later. Who knows, by the end of the map, your health might have gotten a big chunk taken out of it, and you don't need to try and remember where you left that health kit. And number 12. If you're looking for some bonus experience during a run, consider hanging out and farming kills in a decontamination mission. Those have you destroying green pods while an endless swarm gets thrown at you. Just destroy one of the green pods to kick it off, and then bask in the juicy kill XP. If you want to see how much you have accumulated so far, go look at the extraction screen which will show you. Extracting on just the very first level and completing no objectives, I still raked in over 10,000 experience from just kills. Bonus tip here at the end, or more of a public service announcement. In the airlock or the extraction point, make sure you're not that one person who doesn't interact with the ready up screen. If everyone clicks on it, it will jump the ready timer down to only 5 seconds. Since most of the time you'll have that constantly ticking down temporary health in this game, don't be that one person sucking the life out of the party. Literally. And those were all the gameplay tips I had for you today for Rainbow Six Extraction. I hope some of those help out you or your squad, or more importantly, make the game a bit more fun for you. You've been watching Boomstick Gaming, I'm Alex, the guy running the entire show, and thanks for checking this out today. The video's over, but there's some other cool videos you can go watch. I think this one's maybe about knitting, this one's about croquet. I pre-recorded this, I don't know.